Hey everybody, thanks for joining for the next video. This is the should you buy the iPhone 5. So we're going to power it down and let you see how fast it takes to boot up, and then we'll go from there. Alright, so let's power it on and see how long it takes. So when the searching stops there, you can kind of see if it's actually ready. And looks like there's no 3G yet. Alright, so pretty much it's ready to go. Alright, so specs on this guy. Got a 1.2 megapixel on the front and an 8 megapixel single LED on the back. 720p on the front, 1080p on the back. I believe that's a 2.4 lens. You've got a, I believe this is Corning Gorilla Glass. You've got 3.95, which is basically 4-inch screen. The resolution, not 1080p or 720p, excuse me, not 720. Weird resolution here. Let's open it up here, and because there's no need to guess when I've got all these specs of websites around me. I can just pull up the specs and give them to you. So I'm sure it's going to be in here in one of the popular ones. There it is. So the specs on the screen. It's an LED backlit IPS TFT capacitive touchscreen. 640 by 1136. I couldn't think of that, but that's what it has, and it has Corning Gorilla Glass, of course. It is LTE. I do have LTE in some spots in my house, and I definitely have it outside the house. In the house, I'm on 3G though. It does have HSPA Plus for the AT&T version. This is the Sprint version, so it has the global warming. It does have a SIM card. I've popped it out before. Haven't put in a T-Mobile SIM card or any other SIM card, but I'm pretty sure it'll work. It has the A6 processor, dual core 1.2 gigahertz. Has the GPU on here is triple core, which is just unbelievably nice. The screen, the battery is 1440. Pretty much a basic rundown on there. So let's get into the actual device itself, so you can make a decision on whether you want to buy it or not. So the things that you can't see are the reception. Now, this is solely where you live. I'm on Sprint, and here Sprint has pretty solid 3G coverage everywhere, and it probably across the states it has probably a solid 3G. Now their LTE is a different story, because I have LTE where I'm at, but I don't have it in my house, everywhere in the house. I have it upstairs. Outside I definitely have LTE, which is extremely fast. So call quality on this is exceptional, no problems. It's got 3 microphones on here and the other one's for when you're recording video. But overall, it's super clear. It doesn't support the HD voice, but still, it's good to go. So let's take a physical. No drop calls either. No drop calls ever. No problems with it at all. So back to some of the specs here. With the 4-inch display, the cameras front and back. You got there's a proximity sensor right here, and I like that. You can't see it. I don't like seeing those I don't like the white phones anymore. Speaker grill, home button right there. On the back, it's got that nice matte finish right here. It's got like the glass here and here, glass on the front. On this side here is the SIM card tray, and you got the 2 antenna gates. And on this side, you got the volume rocker, the vibrate switch, and the 2 antenna gates there. 1 speaker, 1 microphone, headphone jack there, power button there. So, jump into web browsing, which is what a lot of us do on our smartphones. So I'll go into web browser here, and let me just clear out the cache here, clear out everything, clear history, clear cookies and data. Alright, now let's open up the browser here since it's clean, and let's go to a website. This is over Sprint's 3G. Sprint's 3G network is pretty fast where I live as well. Depending on where you're at. In my house it works pretty good. Outside it's on LTE, so it's really nice. So that you can experience the 3G web browsing on the Sprint iPhone. You can see what it's like. And again, this is totally, it depends on how your coverage is. You can see what the web browsing is like. Let's go to a different site. I'm not looking for any kind of completion or anything like that, because when I surf the web, I just zoom through the sites. If I see an article, I'll stop and read it. And this is how pretty much probably everybody surfs. They don't wait for something to load completely before they click on another link. So let's get into one of my favorite devices, the Galaxy Note 2. Can't wait to get my hands on it. This is an article that I would read. Let's scan down. There should be a video somewhere around here. Here it is. You've also got Discuss loading down here. You can see the processing power. I would put it on Wi-Fi, but hey, I don't surf on Wi-Fi when I'm using the phone. I just keep it on 3G pretty much, unless I just don't have any service. Or one thing to point out is that the Sprint version and the Verizon version, you can't surf simultaneously while you talk on the phone. Not such a deal breaker for me. It doesn't really matter. So this is 3G trying to load this video. You can see it's trying to load it up there, and then once it actually gets into it, man, I can't stand this guy on Pocket now. Anyway, here's a 3G loading over Sprint's. Here's YouTube loading over 3G Sprint network. You can see it's buffering and trying to find its way. Which will not be. But I don't like this guy, so we're gonna stop that. Anyway, it takes a little bit of time when it's on 3G trying to play a video, but overall web surfing, I'm actually a fan of mobile websites. I think it was a plus, an enhancement, because it gives you a faster web surfing experience. Now I was actually in the process of working on a iPhone 5 versus Galaxy S3. I just didn't see the need though, because I don't rank them the same, so I didn't want to get into it and hear all the battles on my YouTube comments here. I wanted to let it go. Let's surf a different page here. Overall though, web surfing, especially when you're on Wi-Fi or LTE, it is super fast. But this is 3G, and a lot of people are not on LTE or Wi-Fi, and they just have 3G, so this is what you would experience depending on where you are. So pretty much you can kind of see there. So that's web browsing. I would say the web browsing is great. Doesn't have to get there the fastest, but it's really nice. Some other things on the device. The music player is extremely loud. Some people have said that it's not as loud as the 4S. It's loud enough. It's a sound sample. You can see where the volume is. Got this new slider down here. And you can see the quality there. And while we're doing media, let's get into videos here. Let's give a little bit of real steel. No copywriting, please. Just gonna sample here. Let's get into it.
Why can't you get him a fight? Get him a fight. God, you know, you want me to put him in some bottom rung scrap fest to the death? Come on, I saw how scared you were at Crash Palace. Yeah, the places that would let you fight this robot would make you pee your little pants.
There you go. You can see the video quality is it's very nice. Anything else dealing with media? Definitely going to be the camera. The camera is still it's still lacking. There's no options. You can't really control anything. They've added panorama, but that's no biggie. And this is all you have. That's it. You can do video, and that's about it. There's not a lot to their camera, but at least I can say that this camera is amazing. It's a great camera. Let's see what else. The passbook, not impressed. My Starbucks app doesn't really work that well. And for those of you that are having problems with maps, I haven't had any problems with maps, none whatsoever. For what I use my iPhone for, applications load for really fast. I don't have a problem with applications loading. As you can see, a lot of them are not formatted for the iPhone 5 yet. They have the bars along the top, but if you get a black one, you can't even tell. But some of these are definitely formatted for the iPhone. But this is not. You can see the bars, it drops down. But all in all, though, they pretty much did a good job on the device. A lot of these are not for the iPhone. Now let's quickly get into some of the things. There's really one thing that I just don't like, and it's this YouTube application. It sucks, man. It's just horrible. But the crazy part is, I shot some videos from this iPhone, and I've loaded them from the iPhone. But when you load them, let me just demonstrate. I'm sure if you got an iPhone 5, you already know this, but so I'm gonna shoot a video, and then I'm gonna load it to YouTube, and look what comes up. So it's gonna shooting a video, All right, peace. Now we're gonna take this video and we're gonna load it to YouTube, and look what comes up. The old format of YouTube from the client on there. This is the YouTube client that fits best on iOS. This other standalone YouTube client sucks. It's horrible. I mean, it's bad. So I don't want to cover too many things on here, but I don't want to make this a long video. But I can tell you this: if you're looking to, let's get into some of these. These definitely. If you're looking to get the iPhone 5 and you don't have one, the only reason you will be upgrading to this is for the processing power. You've got that person updating for that, or the person updating for something that looks different, it's a little thinner, bigger screen, or you've got a person looking for both. But I mean, I can't say that I would recommend upgrading from the 4S to this. I will wait until the 5S comes out, because there's going to be a 5S. But all in all, though, overall, I mean, you just can't beat it. Great device. I would definitely recommend it. I think that those of you who have a 4S, you'll be pretty happy if you upgrade. I mean, if you just want to upgrade, you won't be disappointed. But there's a lot of people having problems with maps. I haven't had those problems. I haven't had any problems with maps. I've used the turn-by-turn navigation several times, and I love this case. I have a complaint though. This is flimsy, extremely flimsy. But I think that if you upgrade, you'll be happy. But you know, we'll see. I give this advice a 9.8. And I'll stop there. Uh-oh. Take care, guys.